Right, in this little video I want to talk about the role that film cameras might play in wedding photography. It's covered on page 59 in the book, How to Choose and Get the Best from Your Wedding Photographer. First thing for me to say is the output of a professional digital camera is comfortably equivalent to a film camera. End of story. There used to be a lot of talk about film cameras having high resolution and all this stuff, but really digital cameras are there. They just have got what it takes. So you might well encounter photographers who praise what they'll call the look and the feel of an image produced from film negatives. Digital does have a certain look, and that's undeniable, and it is a bit different to film, but that's also true of images produced using films from different manufacturers. And before digital photography, it was a constant debate amongst photographers, and they talk about their preferences for different materials, Kodak over Agfa film, or Kenro Pearl printing paper in preference to Ilford's Luster finish. And that was always a matter of personal preference. And in the case of film versus digital, it still is. If you're tempted by a photographer whose unique selling point is that he uses film and film cameras, then that's your choice. But at the very least, using a film camera and spending all that time in a dark room, it'll show us kind of quirky adherence to the process, and it's a far from simple process, but it also indicates that the man, and I almost hate to say this, but it's most likely to be a bloke, but he takes his work very seriously because of all the effort he's putting into it. But one thing to make sure of is that you're getting something extra for your money, because this route certainly will cost more. It's more complicated as well, because whereas with digital, when say you wanted to choose pictures for an album, you will be sent a file, a folder with lots of pictures in, and you can go through them on your laptop. The extra expense and perhaps the more time will be needed for the photographer to produce proof prints in essence for you to look at and choose from, like the good old days. He may scan all his film negatives and let you choose from those and then give you the final product. Might be proper photographs produced from film negatives in your album. You might do it that way, but that seems to me a bit silly if you shot film to then start scanning it and giving people digital proofs. It would only be the proof stage that applies to. So when you know, that does slow things down a little bit. It's not quite so quick and smooth. But I mean, there's one point there. I mean, I would guarantee, I think anybody, most photographers, will be hard put to be shown a print, a photographic print, and to be asked to decide whether or not it was from a digital original or a film original. It really will look much the same. I'm sure there's some people can do that. I must say, after all these years, I can't, and I think it's a sort of silly thing to spend your time doing, to be honest. But anyway, amongst all this, you mustn't lose sight of what kind of pictures you want in your album or your photo book. You'll have spent a lot of time, if you follow my advice, as in chapter 1, but you'll have spent a lot of time on research, deciding exactly what kind of pictures you want included in your set of wedding photographs. But so whatever equipment the photographer's using, the work must still be at a high standard, the actual photography itself, and most importantly, it must be what you want. And a final word of caution, it's something to keep in mind, although it may not apply, hope it doesn't. There's this fable about the emperor's new clothes. As I say, it might not apply to photographers, but just in case, just keep it in mind. So that's it for this little video. Thank you very much for watching. This is the book to remind you what it looks like, and it's available online at www.savvy-bride.co.uk, and it costs £20. I hope to see your name on my list of people who are going to be happy customers. Thank you very much, and thank you for watching. Bye.